what is the announcement you're ready to share?
I played overseas. It was definitely very different than anything else I've experienced. I was playing, 30, 35 minutes a game, and I was like, okay, I feel like I'm getting bigger. And I probably shouldn't be getting bigger if I'm playing all game, every game, and working out, So then I was like, okay, maybe there's like no morning sickness, no cravings, none of the like normal signs. Then having the doctors say like, I'm about to have a baby boy. I was about 5-6 months along. I wanted to keep testing because my body was changing and I felt like it shouldn't be changing, obviously, since I was playing and working out at least 2 times a day. The first pregnancy test I took was negative, so I just pushed that to the back of my mind and went on playing basketball. And then I took my next test when I got home, and that's when I got the positive test that said I was pregnant. And then I went to the doctor and found out that I was pretty far along, more far along than I thought I would be. I kind of came here and it's like, oh, I'm pregnant, so I obviously can't come back. So I know they weren't the happiest. I mean, they know I did my best, and I think I did pretty good while being pregnant. So I know definitely people have asked me how would you not know? I'm like, well, I didn't get big until last month. So I mean, if I knew earlier, I definitely would have done stuff earlier. So I believe in God and all that. So I think it's what's meant to be, what's supposed to happen. I called Coach James. I was nervous because I don't know. He could have been mad, happy, whatever. It sucks that you would have to be nervous to tell someone something so exciting, or the different choices you might have to make early on in pregnancy. Do I want to keep my job as an athlete, or will they drop me? He was just happy, and he was like, hey, you can come to Chicago if you want to have the baby. I think it'd be cool that you guys would be both born here. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be easier, obviously, to transition back to basketball if I'm here, and then just having him here, me being born here, I think it's just all kind of full circle. I was adopted from Chicago, so I think that's kind of cool. But I was adopted when I was 8 or 9 days old, so Alaska and my family is all I know. Being adopted into a white family and whatnot, I didn't really know much difference between the race and stuff until I got into the basketball scene and people started commenting more. Somewhere in elementary school, I think, when people are like, hey, your parents are white and they look different. I'm like, oh, damn. I knew it, but it wasn't didn't really click until someone said something. Then I was like, dang, yeah, I guess we are different. Having my brothers around definitely was helpful because they're both adopted from different families as well. We just love hanging out with each other, love having fun, and just think we're a really close-knit family. From now, all I see them as is my parents, the only parents I know, and I wouldn't want to change it. I think adopting different race is hard in a lot of different ways, but I'm really blessed because my mom learned how to do my hair. We just go on YouTube together and look up different hairstyles, and she'd be okay, it might not look the best, but let's just try it out. And she just tried it out, and she got it down. That's one of the ways we bonded a lot, was just doing my hair together for hours. I think I was taller, so that helped a lot, and then just felt comfortable playing basketball, and it was fun to look up WNBA athletes and see oh my gosh, there's other Black tall women out there, because there wasn't a lot in Alaska, obviously. So just seeing them looking at Lisa Leslie or Candace Park, and dang, these girls are pretty and they can play basketball and they look like me, they have the shoulders like me and stuff. I was this is what I want to do. My grandparents moved to a town in Oregon my junior year of high school. So I wanted to be close to them. And then just the school seemed good. The level was, I was okay, I could fit in, I could learn, I could hopefully play there. And we were pretty good, so that helped a lot. But just, it was an amazing experience, and I was really happy that I picked, the right school. When, Chicago picked me, it was great. It was awesome to be able to go back to where I was born and be like, okay, this could have been my life. I don't know if I was going to try to meet my birth parents. I just go back and forth on it still. So I'm not sure yet, but my parents will be very supportive, so we'll see. I'm hoping that I could play in the May games for sure. That's my goal. I'm competitive, you know, I want to be back on the floor. I want to be back just for my teammates too, to just be back for them and just like being confident in myself and like in my body that I can play in May. I think I'm with some pretty like elite company with like Candace and Odyssey and Katie Lou and Natalie and Skylar Diggins is having their second. Yeah, I think it's cool company. I've always had like a list of baby names kind of because I'm always like a planner, so I have like my wedding planned out, all that fun stuff planned out, but I just wanted a name that was kind of unique but not like crazy out there. Like Xavier sounds really cool, and then like XZAVIER was a little different than most. At first, like actually I wanted, this might be a little weird, I was like Xavier James would be really cool, but then I'm like no, because Coach James and I don't want to. I love you, Coach James, but and I was like, okay, I like Reed. And then my best friend, he was like sending me lists of names too, and they said Xavier Reed, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. So that's kind of how I came up with the name. For me, I'm definitely like a goal-setting person, so I'm always just like, okay, you know, I want to make it to college and play basketball. I want to make it to WNBA, so just like making those little steps, big steps, and then hopefully my next one is, you know, having this kid and just being a good mom. I would define a good mom as just being there for their kids and letting them grow up, make mistakes, but also being there to help them through the hard times, support them through the good times, and just having their back. Hopefully he knows that I'll always be there for him and just support him through whatever he chooses. I want to say that like even though you're a surprise, you're a great surprise, then I just hope that I can make him proud, and I'm just excited to meet him. Welcome Xavier Reed to the world. I'm so excited to be your mom.